everyone. Today we're going to talk about the infotainment system and the options that's available on the new Kia HTK Plus. Every time you turn on the infotainment system, it comes up with various options as you can see on the screen. The first option which I have Bluetooth. On the screen, there are various options. We have all menus, phone, media and settings. On left hand top corner as well you have menus. So let's look at the screen options and then we will go to the buttons. Now let's see what happens when you click on screen. When we touch on settings, you get multiple sub options, that is sound, device connection, display, buttons and general. So let's start off from the bottom and slowly rise up to the top. Yes, these warning signals just come up because we are using the infotainment system while the car is not on the move. So let's click on the general option. So when we click on general, we get multiple options like version info update, system information, Bluetooth, remote lock. Then we have date, time, language. And under version information update, you see the model number, software and the firmware of the Bluetooth. Followed by the system information where you'll see memory, manual, direct and default. So let's click on the memory option. So when we click on the memory option, the inbuilt memory comes of about 128 Mbps on your infotainment system. And as you can see currently, I haven't used any, so it's showing at 0%, so I have an availability of 120 Mbps. Now let's see what option does it appear when you click on manual. You need to download the online app onto your mobile phones. So just in case if you don't carry your manual with you, so you can always refer back to the website to check what are the features of your infotainment system. Now let's go to default. Let's see what are the options that are available on default. So default, you get a warning message. The system will reset to the default values. So what this means is, so whatever settings that you have manually adjusted would go back to default values. So let me click on no and go back. So let's look at the Bluetooth remote lock. So when we click on Bluetooth remote lock, when the Bluetooth remote lock is turned on, the system cannot be operated from the Bluetooth device. So currently I'm not making any changes to it and I'm just leaving the way it is. And of course date and time, which talks about the GPS time when you connect your phone to your infotainment system, that will automatically capture the time. And as you can see, there are two versions to it. One is the 12-hour format, the other one is 24 hours format. And right below the date and time, you'll also see an option called language. So let's click on language and see what are the options that's available. So one we have English, the other one we have, I presume it's a Korean language. So let's leave that English. Let's look at the keyboard option that we have. The keyboard that we can see has Latin keyboard and the Korean keyboard as suggested. So moving back to the infotainment, so when we click on back, you have something called display off. When I click on display off, so what happens is the entire display turns off. And let's go to the menu options and let's see what comes up. So when you click on the menu option, as you can see, you get an option called rearrange icons and manual. So let's click on saying rearrange icons. Oops, sorry about that. So when you click on rearrange icons, so I presume that I can move the icons the way I want it, or I can rearrange them to my own convenience. So currently I'm not making any changes to it. So I mean, as you guys know, so it's a week old and I'm still getting used to the existing options. So let me click on back. So as you can see, we've finished our general settings. So let's look at the sound. So sound settings, which talks about the speed department volume control, which is also available on your steering wheel, followed by Archimedes mood light. So this will be available only when we start the vehicle or the vehicle is in idle mode. So let's talk about the position. So which talks about, see, currently it's on default, which means the sound which is going to travel is going to be equal to all the speakers which is there. So where we can actually move this sound around as per your convenience. So let's look at the volume levels. So when you look at the volumes level, you have something called sound, which is, as you guys can see, the beep is at 3 and the ringtone is at 30. So where you can increase or decrease as per your liking. Right? So on the top corner, where you can see beep, you can mute it or unmute it. So let's go back to the sound again. So equalizers. I'm sure everybody know what equalizers does, so I don't have to go back and detailedly explain. As you can see, you have the left and the right markers so that now you can increase or decrease your bars, mid and tribal as per your liking. So currently if you guys look in, everything is at center. So if I have to move and decrease or increase by just clicking on center, everything comes back to default. Now let's look at the volume ratio. Parking safety priority volume limitation to setup, which talks about the automatic low audio volume when starting the system. Lower all the audio volumes when a parking assist is active. So this is nothing but when you click on reverse, so automatically a parking display comes up on the infotainment screen. So when this happens, the volume should not interrupt, or if I had to put it across in a more simple way. So when you put on the reverse parking, it's important for us to focus on the parking rather than focusing on the music. Hence, this option is available. For the people with an experienced driving skills, they can also opt out of this option by unchecking the parking assist option. Alright, so let's move on to the next option quickly. So as you guys are aware, so device connection. So this is nothing but your Bluetooth connection, your Bluetooth infotainment system, and your Apple CarPlay. So device connection is nothing but your Bluetooth connectivity, which talks about the connection which is going to be there. So I'm going to quickly turn on my Bluetooth on my screen, and you guys will be able to see what happens. Earlier it was searching for my Bluetooth, so as soon as I turn on my Bluetooth on the phone, it says the Bluetooth device is connected. And as you can see at the bottom, we have multiple devices that can be connected, and as you guys would have already known, if you guys are that we can connect two devices simultaneously at the same time. Alright? Please ignore the warning message because this will keep coming up as and when we keep going through the options. So Android Autoplay and CarPlay. So if you look in, just before you could go into Android Autoplay, or just before we could go into Android Auto, you can see something called privacy mode. So privacy mode is nothing but when you enable it, all your caller display, the name of the caller would not show up on the screen, but you would still get a calling where you can receive the phone call and disconnect them. Then followed by Bluetooth system information, as you guys already saw. So by default, it comes with Kia Motors and a passcode of 0000. And this is nothing but the reset options, as you guys can see. So if I just click on yes, and everything goes back to default. Now let's look into the Android Autoplay. So when you connect the Android Autoplay, on this we would need to have a charging cable or a cable that has to be connected to the device for it to be displayed. So for an example, let me quickly show you which port or how can we connect it in the next video. Alright. So likewise, when you look at the Apple CarPlay, which comes up with these similar menu options. Now let's look at the display options. So when you click on the display, as you guys can see, dimming, auto illumination, display brightness, auto illumination adjusted, and lights, and then so on. So like we spoke about earlier, display off. So if I turn off the display, then everything is just gonna go off. See? So that's what happens. So let's look into. So once we remove auto illumination, then we can choose between daylight and night light. So as of now, I'm just leaving it at auto. So let's look at the brightness. So as you guys can see, we can increase or decrease the brightness for daylight and night. So it's the same funda like what we used before. So for this, I think we would need to turn off the auto illumination. So you have something called blue light. So this is my favorite. So when you click on the blue light filter, which gives you a little more ambient kind of a look, which does not irritate your eyes when you guys are driving. So we can set it at your liking. So something called automatic, schedule timing, and then so on. The screensaver, which talks about the digital clock or analog clock. Currently I put it as none, so which makes life a little simpler. So when you look at the home screen, you have 3 or multiple options. What are the options that are available? So currently, as the infotainment, as I spoke here before, the infotainment is on a default. So you have a radio / media and phone projection. So that's currently the basic option. So if I would like to change, I can go ahead and change it between the widgets which is available. So currently I'm not making any changes to it, and I'm just leaving it to be the way it is. So these are multiple options that is available on your screen when we are driving. So apart from this, there are pretty simple options. There's something called phone. When you click on phone, I think it should give up the most recent contacts which has been there, and the less option of your favorites, your phone book, your dial pad, and then so on. So likewise, you have different option, no other device is being connected, which means to say there's only one phone device which is being connected to my phone. Okay, so let's go back to the menu. So see, like I say, privacy mode, change icon, Bluetooth settings, and more. So I'm not making any changes to that. Now, let's look into the media file. So again, media files talks about the most recent songs which is being connected to your phone. So I'm just going back to that. Then let's look into the settings. So apart from these settings, you can also see another settings which is available there. So these are the most general settings that you can see, which we have already spoken before. So which also where we can go ahead and change the widgets on the screen as well, so as you guys can see. So talk about the all menu options. When you click on all menu options, you get various different icons. So when you click on South Moodland, so we get an error message for vehicle needs to be powered on. So let me just quickly turn on the power of the vehicle. So as soon as you guys can hear, there's a beep noise that comes up, which means the vehicle is ready. When you click on the option of theme or color theme, you have different options to set up the light. So currently I've chosen something called Hey, which I tried it off last evening, which looks absolutely brilliant, especially when you're driving the vehicle. It gives a slight little lightning kind of a mood when you're actually driving the car. So probably I will share a little bit more detailed information on my next video showing how these mood lights work. So as you can see, there are multiple options and the brightness where you can adjust your own lighting. So something called glow now. So when you click on glow now, what happens is, again, it's broad daylight, so it will be hard to view. But having said that, I will definitely cover on my next video. So let's move back to the next one. So like I said, voice memo. So for an example, if you'd like to remind yourself, this is especially for the working people or who have less time, so they can record the memo and leave it, and when you click on the memo, it should automatically tell you what has to be done or what you guys are looking for. So there's nothing, the manual icon, so I haven't downloaded the manual onto the system, so when I would need to scan the app and download it, so the manual would be available on the infotainment again. So likewise, if you guys could see, there's something called settings and DVRM, and as spoken before, so when I click on the DVRM, the vehicle is in park status. So for an example, I'm going to kickstart the vehicle now, and when I click on the DVRM, so what happens is, this is the reverse camera. So let me show you the reverse camera. So the reverse camera is quite crisp and very clear, especially in the nights as well. There's nothing wrong in it. As you can see, the backside images of how it looks. It's adaptive steering camera. So as I turn the steering wheel, you guys can see the movement of the reverse grid lines. Late re-upload, but I hope you guys like the video. Please do subscribe, like the video and share, and please share your valuable comments to know what can be done better on this channel. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great morning and stay safe and do take care of yourself. Thank you.